Before I joined Cashflow Tribe, I would go to these meetups and nothing really changed. There was no accountability, which is one thing that's really core to Cashflow Tribe. Not only did you have this intense sense of community, but you also had accountability.
I was working for somebody else that was not me. Okay, this 9-to-5 rat race that I'm trapping, I don't like it. I know something is bigger there for me.
Cashflow Tribe has been some serious practitioner information that I was able to tap into. I knew I needed to take it to a higher level.
Cashflow Tribe was Canadian, and that's what really kind of moved me more towards them. This is exactly the kind of group and people that I want to be part of.
If somebody's losing in one of my deals, I don't want to do the deal. If I cannot have my partners to win on the deal as well, I don't want the deal.
My name is Douglas.
My name is Tish.
My name is Alex, and I am...
And I am...
And I'm Cashflow Tribe.
Cashflow Tribe.
Cashflow Tribe.
Huh.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys can hear me okay. We got some good friends in the house today. Give me a quick thumbs up if the audio is cool. Let me know in the comments. Hey, I got you. I can hear you. What's up, Frizzell? What's up, Joe? We got a whole bunch of people in here. Good to see you guys here. Everybody's in the mix. Let me just check those thumbs real quick. Give me a thumbs up. Give me something. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. And then we're going to dive right into it here today. Let me just see here. Okay, let me see those comments. Hey, Trudy, what's going on, girl? What's up, Joe? What's up, Dan? We got everybody here. Loud and clear, says Aaron. Okay, cool. Very excited to make my money work. By the way, I'm watching the comments, okay? So participate with me. This will be awesome. And I've actually got my cousin Vinny in here. Yes, I mean my real cousin Vinny, not the movie. Hey, cousin Vinny, show your face real quick. Cousin Vinny's helping me do the broadcast. Look at cousin Vinny, man. He's just hanging out over here. So, all right, we're going to jump into it just as real people. I've got a pretty, I decided to take this whole idea of buying real estate and really break this down. So today I'm going to get very granular on some stuff. I'm going to get focused, and I'm excited to kick it off. Everybody's here, so let's get fired up right away. Who hasn't said hello to me? If you haven't said hello, give me a quick hello in the comments. What's up, Alexander? What's up, Luke? All right, we got some people here. I dropped a quick poll, by the way. Looks like about 65% of you guys are not in Cashflow Tribe Premium. You're in the basics, some of you guys. All right, fill in that poll real quick so I understand who's in the room. It helped me kind of move this dialogue aside. Okay, real question. First of all, who gets a little confused with real estate? Let me know if you get a little bit confused. There's a lot of stuff with real estate. So it can be maybe even a little bit intimidating, or you don't know where to start. So my goal here is simple. I decided to come live today and just bring some clarity. Is that cool? So I want to help you guys get started on whatever level you're ready to do that with. So let's dive right into this here. I'm just going to grab my slides here. Some of you guys, everybody pretty much know who I am, right? Okay. If you don't, let me give you just a quick background. Back at 21, I bought my first property with 100% financing. I'm now 35. It's been 14 years. Became a landlord with 21 doors. I started flipping houses. I got really ambitious back in 2010, 11, 12. So I created a mortgage company. My wife and I have a passive mortgage business now. We flip houses. We do wholesaling, just about everything. We've completed hundreds of deals in Canada. Yes, in Canada. And really kind of pioneered a way for Southwestern Ontario. And then we started doing deals all over the place. Some of you guys know me as the co-founder and CEO of Cashflow Tribe. My partner, Matt McKeever, and I started Tribe just over a year ago, and it's a pretty awesome community. So glad to have you guys. Glad to keep driving value to Cashflow Tribe members on a regular basis. I wrote a book. Yes, I wrote a book. Real Estate Secrets Exposed. Who's read the book? I jam-packed you guys with facts in this book because everybody's like, I want the nuts and bolts. And I'm a high detail orientation guy. So I also want the nuts and bolts. So I wrote this book. It's actually probably more facts than you'd want to know about real estate. But if you really want to deep dive this subject matter, it's in there. By the way, if you haven't read this book, all of you guys that are here today, stay till the end of today's conversation. I'm going to go for about 40, 45 minutes or so, and I'm going to send everybody a copy who doesn't have one. Make sure we get this in your hands here, and we can get rocking and rolling. All right, here's my goal, guys. Tonight, Arfin, I got to get you that book, buddy, okay? Here's my goal. I want to help you guys understand the realistic journey you guys got to go on, all right? And here's what we want to do. We want to break this thing down, and I want to move you just one step closer. Are we all cool with one step? Yeah? Okay, good, good, good. So we're going to go 45, 55-minute session. I'm going to be plowing through this stuff. So before I do that, this is my humble dog. This is Snickers. What's up? Some of you guys know are tracking with me. If you're part of my emails, we're traveling right now. We're actually in Sarasota, Florida. Snickers is having brunch with the rest of the humans. People love dogs down here, 100%. So he's literally sitting at the table every day. Joe saying, hey, it froze, but we're good with this. Okay, cool. So if you guys like Snickers, give me a quick thumbs up. I don't know. There's like no emojis on this thing, right? It's just like comments. I think so. All right, cool. By the way, most beautiful sunset you will see is down here in Florida. Andrea and I are traveling down here. So just a couple quick pictures to get the show on the road with the humble life. And this right here for you health nuts who are cranking 75 hard. This is a all raw protein pancake. It was delicious. So good. We are pounding these things back on a regular basis down here. So that's a little bit of the personal life. By the way, you guys can track with this stuff on Instagram. Follow me, drop questions, all that good stuff. We appreciate the friendships. All right. So I'm going to go quick, guys. I'm going to have some time at the end for Q&A. So if you guys have some Q&A, we'll jump into that. Okay, I'm sure you guys will have a ton of questions. Do me a solid. Turn off all your distractions. Turn off your Facebook. Turn off your Tinder account. Whatever you distracted with. Turn off your kids if you can. I don't know, television. And because we're just going to kind of go through this stuff here. We'll stay kind of pretty focused. So I've got the comments on one side, and I've got my slides on this side. So here's the thing. You may or may not like me that much, but I'm a no bullshit kind of guy. I say bullshit. I say shit. I say damn. I want to give you the facts. And sometimes I'll drop a piece of cursing if that's okay with you. If not, feel free to leave now because I don't change for no one. I want to give you the facts because I think the truth matters. And you guys need the truth. You guys don't need anything else. You need just the truth. You need some confidence, and then you can move it up a radar. Okay? So here's what I expect from you guys. I'm going to be straight with you. You guys be straight with me. All right? If I drop a poll, participate. It helps me out. If I ask you a question, participate. It helps me out. Is that fair? Tell me if I'm being fair in the comments. Bob says fucking A. All right, Bob. That's good, man. Joe, I am a real dude. Yes, sir, I am. Okay? We're going to uncover some hard truths. There's no big ass sales pitch today or nothing like that. This is just about getting to the truth, giving some value, and finding out where the hell everybody's at. Cool? All right, good. Again, if you're offended, you're obviously Canadian. Real joke. Sorry, truth. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Steve? What's up, Erica? Here we go. Gary says fair enough. All right. Let me talk to you guys about the real estate hop theory. Okay? This is what I've learned over years of mentoring people. Closing the first deal, guys, who's a brand newbie? I'm going to make a poll. Cousin Vinny, drop a poll. Find out who's brand new, who's working on their very first deal right now. They've never done a deal. Let's throw it in the poll real quick. Let me say this to you guys. Going from 0 to 1 deal is hard as hell. All right? It's hard as hell. Sometimes we feel maybe inadequate. We've tried this business. It's difficult, whatever. And it's like if we didn't get a deal, we've been failing. You didn't fail. We try to eat the whole elephant in one bite. This is hop theory. Hop theory is about taking one big step, which is closing deal number 1, and breaking it down into small, bite-sized steps, and then creating accountability over those steps and clarity so that you can actually start seeing some micro wins. And then micro wins stack into macro wins, and that's actually what it takes to do your first deal. So if you came here, maybe you've tried doing real estate in the past, or maybe you've tried flipping houses or doing wholesaling or whatever, or maybe you haven't tried at all because you're just scared, which is okay. We're going to try to reduce that noise today. Is that cool? All right. So we're going to reduce some of that headache I'm going to give you a very, very broken down process, a 1, 2, 3 ABC to remove as much confusion and to remove as much fear and scarcity as possible from this. So this is the thing. Going from here to here is hard. Okay. I'm going to reduce these steps for you guys to bring you down to the most small step that you can make. Once we make step A, then we make step B, then we make step C, then we make step D. Is that cool? You guys good with this? All right. If you guys are good with that, then we're on the same page in terms of where we got to go. So Small progressive wins are going to compound into bigger wins. I think sometimes it's too intimidating. You know what I'm saying? You guys see these young guys and young girls and old guys and old girls who are out there buying a house in like the first week, or they're flipping 3 houses, or maybe they're a landlord immediately, and you're like, shit, I didn't do this. I must not be good at this business. Well, that's not really true. You're also seeing what people want you to see. That's the truth, guys. So like if you see somebody get a win or buy a deal, that like they're not going to show you the 3 months that they struggled to even like get out of bed before they even made their first offer. Is that cool? So this is what I'm saying to you guys. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. That's a great comment. So let's break this down. I'm going to call this getting your first deal in 10 hops. I've explained to you hop theory. Hop theory is about taking something hard and breaking it down into smaller hops, okay? This is the way I'm going to look at hop theory for you guys. Number 1, understanding fundamental concepts. This is important, but here's the thing. People get stuck in education. I meet people who watch Matt McKeever's videos, like they watch all 500 videos. They theoretically know more about real estate than anybody, including me, but they've never done a deal. So this is where we really have to be mindful that education can be just education. Real estate investing isn't a university degree, guys. It's a co-op. So you get some information, then you apply yourself. You get some information, then you apply yourself. You feel me? So that's the way we need to do this. So understand the basic concepts, not the whole PhD of real estate strategies. Number 2, nobody does this, so I'm going to give you the secret. Here it is. You need a roadmap. You can't copy other people if you want to be successful. You got to follow a journey that makes sense for you based on your goals, resources, and abilities. You're a unique individual. You're not going to copy me and get my results. We got to be realistic, folks. Okay? So I want to help you guys create a roadmap here. Number 3, you have to get some basic skills. Like if you want to be in business, which is what real estate is, we have to understand the basics of negotiating, evaluating. This comes with practice. Okay, so far so good, right? You guys can see me on this stuff? Okay, cool. Then we got to learn how to evaluate deals. Then we have to learn how to make offers and do the paperwork. Then we have to understand negotiating, objections, and a higher level skill set. Then we have to understand financing and raising money. Then we have to actually proceed and do the closing process. Then we actually have to reclose. What do? We have to learn how to manage the property, do the rehab, whatever comes after we take possession. And then if we've done this successfully, guys, the first time, then it's about repeating and scaling. So a lot of people go, hey, just do one deal and then you'll be great. Okay, well, let's just get to one deal. And once we get that one deal done, guys, through a series of 10 steps, then the beautiful part is you're going to go, holy crap, this is actually not that hard. I can do this by simply breaking down these goals and simply getting accountability. You guys feel me on this? Okay, cool. I think this is the best way to teach this because it's not realistic, guys. I'm going to go, yeah, just go make offers all day. You know, like Matt gives you an awesome directive on Monday night classes and Friday night classes, go make an offer a day. But some people are so scared of just real estate or rejection, or they have so many questions, they'll actually never make the offer. So what I said was, okay, let's even break down the offer. Let's get 4 or 5 steps ahead of the offer. Is that cool? All right, who's excited? Let me see here in the comments. I'm throwing up these polls like they're going out of style. Makes sense? Luke, thanks, buddy. Again, I'm reading your comments here. And if I butcher your name, you'll get over it. All right. The market moves in cycles. So let's start getting into some fundamentals about real estate. The market will always move in cycles, friends. If you're new to real estate, you probably have only seen what we call a bull market. You've only seen it go up, but you've never seen it go down maybe. In 2008, 2009, the market tanked and crapped its pants. The market will always move in cycles. Depending when you're coming into a cycle is going to determine which part of the business is hard. Right now, if you're trying to buy real estate, you realize there's very few deals. There's low inventory of real estate deals because there's a high demand for real estate because it's speculative. Anybody who buys real estate today, for the most part, they're not losing money. So here's what happens. Let's go look at this. You see where it says maximum financial risk on my chart, guys? Let's call that 2008, 2009. Cool? So 2006 and 2007, it's going up. Optimism, excitement. the thrill, the euphoria. The euphoria is the stage where everybody gets so excited. Everybody becomes an investor. Your mailman talks about it. Your grandma talks about it. Everybody's a real estate investor. Euphoria is the stage of speculation. It is the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. It is the land of unsubstantiated value, where it just becomes about guessing games. So it gets to the point where it becomes beyond reasonable. When a property gets listed low and sold high, and then the market keeps rallying. My local market, guys, has gone up over 100% in 4 years. But the income of the people in my city have not. So we have to understand that there is a delineage from the income to the growth in the real estate side. When that distinction happens and you see it tapering off, you have to start realizing that it's not driven by local jobs. It's not driven by the local economy. It's driven by other macro events, other economies that are coming into our economy. So my market is a lot of outside investors. We're in one of the cheapest markets in Canada, in southwestern Ontario. We got Toronto money, BC money, Asian money, American money, everybody's money, except for our local citizens. So we have to look at this market cycle of it going up and down. Your first job, hear me now, as an investor, is to understand the market cycle. And then you have to understand the 80-20 rule. Here's what this means. In the 80-20 rule, the premise is simple. This is called the Pareto principle by some old Italian dude named something or rather Pareto, who created this rule. Basically, it means this. 20% of the investors will get 80% of the results. And this principle applies to a lot of different things. 20% of people, will actually stick with their gym membership and get results. 20% of the wealth, or 80% of the wealth is distributed among the top 20% of the people, and so forth and so forth. Here's what it means. This is what I call the lions versus the sheep. The lions are the 20%. The lions are bold. The lions are courageous. The lions are data-driven. The lions are educated. And the lions have confidence to execute. The sheep are the 80. In this case, the sheep follow lions. The problem with that is, guys, when the market gets so hot and all the value gets stripped out of the marketplace and the prices increase dramatically, all of the lions understand that a cycle is coming. All of the sheep are about to walk off a cliff. You guys feel me? Cashflow Tribe is about creating lions. If that's too elitist for you, sorry. Join another club that doesn't care about results. I care about results, direction. That's why I am who I am. Cool? So here's what we need to know. We have to understand that you got to ask yourself this question. Do I have clarity? Do I have direction in this marketplace? If we can get clarity and direction, guys, a lot of the other hesitations in your real estate business will start subsiding because you have an idea of where you're going. So when the market goes up, watch my hand, market goes up like this, there's less and less deals because there's more and more demand. When the market goes down, there's less and less demand. And when demand drops, guess what else happens to price? Everything in life is supply and demand economics 101. So when the demand of something drops, so does the price typically. Okay? Got it. Don't get it this week. Get it now. Okay? Love it. Cool. Fundamental truths. Here we go. The market moves in cycles, and most people join the party too late. I just talked about this. Maybe you feel this way. Listen, I'm in a non-judgmental mood. Sometimes I'm in a judgmental mood, but today is non-judgmental. I'm not here to point the finger. I'm just saying that sometimes we join stuff too late. That's why we join, some of us are really, really ambitious and have a lot of courage, but then we get to like the multi-level marketing companies, right? And we join the party too late. We come to real estate 3 years after. Those of you guys that are interested in wholesaling, I started doing wholesaling in 2018. I had literally a 2 or 3 year head start on just about everybody here and just about everybody in Tribe and just about everybody in Canada. Because the people who are willing to jump into it first, in essence, will take the most exposure, risk, and criticism, but they also have the most opportunity. Because if I go back to this previous slide, I'm going when it's going up. So we need to just look at the up and down cycle and then turn it so that you can face your own strategy and find the trend or the wave on your strategy. Okay? Here's another one. You guys ready? Who has this question a lot? Hey man, what's the best strategy? A lot of people, here's what they do. They label themselves based on a strategy. which I think is completely false. So here's what they do. I'm a flipper. I'm a wholesaler. I'm a landlord. No, you're Tom. You're Joe. You're Jenilyn. When you label yourself as a strategy, you stop seeing the opportunity. Tyler says I'm frozen. Am I frozen? What happened? Hold on. Am I back? Am I back? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I'm still good on my end. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it, buddy. Don't label yourself as a strategy. Don't be a wholesaler. Don't be a lender. Don't be anything as a strategy, because that will limit your thinking. Strategies are tools in your tool belt. Write this down if you're taking notes. Write this down. Strategy is a tool in your tool belt. You're going to deploy the strategy. You're going to deploy the strategy when it makes sense to you. I don't want you to think I'm a wholesaler, because if the market shifts, guys, right now being a wholesaler is attractive. Why? There's low inventory. In fact, whoever finds deals, it's fairly easy to make money. You feel me? But back in 2010 and 11, there was plenty of inventory. You finding a deal wasn't that precious, because there's plenty of deals to be found. So you should adapt and change these things, right? You should adapt and change these things so that they can fit your investing strategy. Cool? All right, I'm going to keep going. Next thing here, banks are not the only way to fund a deal. They just happen to be the most common way to consumers. Let me say this again. Most of us are consumers. We got a 9-to-5 job. We go to work, right? We go to work, we do our thing, and we just used to go to the bank to go buy a mortgage or to go buy a car. You feel me? So then we decided to become real estate investors, and we just assume going to the bank is what we're supposed to do. Guys, I got to tell you, going to the bank is for consumers. There's a different bank. There's different financing. There's a different thing, okay? Just refresh your screen, guys, if you can't see me. Vinny, are we having some tech issues? Guys, are we having tech issues or are we okay? I'll give you guys a second. Let me know if we're okay. Everything is smooth on my end. Okay, cool. All right. You guys are cool. You're good. Thanks, guys. Okay, cheers. All right. So the banks, listen, I have nothing against the banks, but we got to stop treating investing like we're a consumer. You go to the bank when you need to go and buy a car, when you go to buy a house for you. When we go to buy real estate, folks, we have to realize that there's other options. There's a whole other world of financing available, but we have to open our minds. The hardest thing for new investors, guys, is you have to change your mindset. You have to. There's no way around it. You can't have the same consumer mindset that you have at your 9-to-5 job and bring that mind into the investment world. If you're willing to shift your mindset, guys, then you'll start seeing some of the opportunities that most people will never see, right? Most people go hey, there's no deals. That's because you're thinking like a consumer. Hey, Ben, there's no money. That's because you're thinking like a consumer. So I'm going to walk you guys through this, but I just want you to understand that there's a consumer mindset, there's an investor and business owner mindset, and they are vastly different, all right? This is what I mean. So point 4, most people try to bring the investment mindset into their world. You feel me? Instead of you taking your world and moving it into the investor world. So down here, you'll see my book recommendation for the day. It's Cash Flow Quadrant. I'm putting in the comments for y'all, okay? Quadrant. This is an awesome book if you're brand new. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. Who's read this book? It's a pretty good book, guys. I read this book like 10 years ago. And it helps you understand the difference between employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. And there is a very, very big difference here. And then transitioning from one to the other is going to require a mental shift literally every time you transition. Cool? All right. So let's get into this. Active versus passive investing. Let me explain it to you guys this way. One is about cash. One is about cash flow. Active investing, all right, is about producing cash today. Think about it like you won the lottery. I just made $10,000. That's active investing. Passive investing produces cash flow tomorrow. So this is like if you got cash for life in the lottery series. Most people wanting to become investors, guys, are focusing on cash flow when they actually need to focus on cash. See, if you want to quit your job in a few months and you are like in the very ambitious mindset, which some people are, you buying a duplex and making $100 a month income is not going to help you replace your income. So we need to start looking at active versus passive in terms of goals. All right. Active investing ideas look like this: wholesaling, flipping. For all intents and purposes, guys, all of these activities can just be lumped into one sum. Which one do I do? Wholesaling, flipping? The answer is both. The answer is whatever's available to you. The answer is what you're good at, okay? Wholesaling is making money by simply finding deals. That strategy is pretty popular. Don't overcomplicate it. That's all it is. Flipping is making money by increasing the value of a house through renovations. Words like fair market value and after repair value are very important metrics there. Anyways, these strategies allow you to make money today. $1,000, 20 grand, 50 grand, whatever you're going to make based on, you're going to get paid on how you perform. Okay. So these are performance metrics. You guys good with that? That's active. Passive investing. Some examples are landlording. You're going to get monthly payments collected from tenants. Private lending is monthly interest payments from borrowers that you lend to. These strategies are going to allow you to receive monthly income for a longer period of time. 1 month, 3 months, 3 years, 10 years. Doesn't matter, 20 years. So these are the two distinctions. So let's dive into this. You guys still with me? I wish I could hear your voices, but I can just see you. So give me a quick thumbs, and I'm pretty sure there's like a 5-second delay. I think this is how these things actually work. I love this shit. Joe, you rock, buddy. So your goals, let's get into this. Number one, you've heard Matt McKeever maybe talk about this. You have to pick a goal. You have to have an idea of what you want. And some people go, you need a massive why. You don't need a why. What you need is to just have a dream about where you're trying to get to. Are you trying to like live on an island next year? So you got to reverse engineer how much cash you need. Or do you simply want to retire in 10 years? So you need to start building up a passive income portfolio. You need a dream. Okay. You need a goal to be able to look at so that we know what we're shooting for. If we don't know that we're shooting for a home run, then we can't swing the bat accordingly. If we don't know that we're shooting for a base hit, we also can't swing the bat accordingly. So we got to know where we're going, or at least have a vague idea of what we want so that we can create a goal around this. All right. So Matt talks about SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. All right. We got to understand the goal to understand the journey. In fact, this is the first thing I would do with anybody coming into mentorship, especially at the one-on-one level, is, hey, we got to know where you're going. And if you don't know, then it's a matter of discovery. We got to sit down and have an honest conversation about what you want in life. And if you don't know what you want in life, you got to figure out what you don't have that causes you pain. All right. And then, guys, once we know what you want, we can apply the right strategy, the right ROI, the right time frame, and to get the right intended result. Cool? All right. By the way, I have big dreams. I have a dream. Seems very appropriate with Martin Luther King holiday that just passed. Sidebar. Personal roadmap. Once you have a SMART goal, guys, and some of you guys have written a SMART goal. Who's done a SMART goal? If you have, let me know in the comments. Once you have a SMART goal, then it's time to create a roadmap. This is where people get really stuck because nobody's ever told you to create a roadmap, right? We got to identify the strategy with the most effective path to obtaining the goal. You know, some people are like, I'm going to do some flipping, some landlording, some wholesaling. Why? Why are we doing all this stuff? Why are we wanting to do all this stuff? What we need to do is focus on the thing that's the most effective. That's the word I like, because effective to me means results. Effective to me means right to the point. I'm a kind of guy where I don't want to spend an extra year on something if I can do it in 8 months. And maybe you're like me, like you actually want to get a result somewhere, whether it's I want to learn an instrument. Well, I don't want to spend a year learning a song if I can learn that in 3 months. It doesn't have to be I'm going to play on a stage in a symphony. It could simply be I want to learn a song. Whatever the goal is, I want to get there as efficiently as possible. So we need a completion date so that we understand the constraint. We need to identify the list of resources that we're starting with and which resources we need to go and find. We need to create a deadline so that we can reverse engineer the process. We need KPIs. These are key performance indicators, meaning what are you going to do every day to create accountability so that you can actually work towards your goal. All right. And then we need to progress through these 10 hops with this roadmap. You guys follow me? Okay. So we need to progress through this stuff. So the next one is basic skills. Part of what's difficult about investing, guys, is that if you want to be in an active investing business, it requires a set of skills, right? Like Liam Neeson. I should have found that picture. I have a certain set of skills. No, but listen, you have to know how to negotiate with sellers. You have to know how to negotiate with a realtor. You have to know how to talk to a buyer. In fact, negotiation is a pretty important part of real estate investing. Actually, negotiation is a pretty important part of life. If not, you're going to end up watching Grey's Anatomy every night with your wife instead of watching Sons of Anarchy like you want. I'm just saying. So negotiation is really, really important. So these are basic skills, guys, that we have to start breaking up into smaller concepts and then mastering one and then another and then another. Cool? I'm making this easy. So Erica and Joe, thank you. Appreciate the feedback, guys. All right, limiting beliefs. Cool. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Luis Hay says, if you accept a limiting belief, then it will become a truth for you. Most, like you guys, brand new investors, I'm going to generalize here. I don't like doing this often, but I'm going to generalize. A lot of new investors, they come in here with a broken mindset about business. They come in here with beliefs that they've adopted from other people who are not business owners. They come in here with family beliefs, job beliefs, friends and family beliefs. In fact, everybody else's thoughts but their own. Here's what it sounds like. Number one, limiting beliefs about the vehicle being real estate. That thing doesn't work because blah. Anybody ever heard this? Rental properties don't work because whatever. Wholesaling doesn't work. Real estate investing doesn't work. Something doesn't work, or you can't do it, or it's not possible, or they said you can't. You guys ever hear that? That's a limiting belief about the vehicle. Friends and family, you're right. If you have limiting beliefs about the vehicle, which I think most of you don't, how do I know? Because you're here. If you didn't think real estate worked, you never would have came here. Unless you came here to chirp me, well, that's a different matter. Okay, the next one is external. A lot of people struggle with external, guys. This is what I'm calling the scarcity belief. You think that there isn't enough of something. Not enough deals, not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough time, right? Not enough something. That's a scarcity. When you have a scarcity, it's really, 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 really freaking hard to see abundance. The best way I found of dealing with scarcity, guys, is number one, getting around other people who don't struggle with scarcity because you are being influenced by your environment all the time. If Chantel, if you hung out with me for a week, you wouldn't be going, I can't, because I never say that. I can't is not in my dictionary. In fact, I'll rip that shit out of the dictionary and throw it out the garbage. I never wanted to hear I can't ever. It's always how can I and should I. I can't says I'm incapable, I'm inadequate, whatever, which leads me to the third limiting belief, the internal. This one is the hardest because this is the fear of failure. Who's got fear of failure? Who's got low confidence? Who's got fear of rejection? Who's just got general fear about every freaking thing, anxiety, because you just don't know or you don't think that you can do this? See, a lot of us have internal limiting beliefs. So this isn't meant to like fix you today. I just want to help you understand it. You feel me? So you guys can write this stuff down and go, I get it, right? I get it. This is why I'm broken, Ben. Ben, I've identified my challenge. My challenge is I live in scarcity because I don't really know any real successful investors. I came to Tribe, but I have no friends and family who are good at this, okay? I don't think I can, or I failed, or somebody told me I'm not good enough at it. And I actually don't even know if real estate actually works. Maybe I'm just curious. Guys, I can't fix this today. All I can do is help you identify it so we can work towards it. So here's what I want you to do. This is the self-auditing phase. Where are you in your journey today? Cool? Where are you in your journey? Yeah, Stephanie, I had to change my identity actually to get myself away from that bullshit. Okay? So here's why I don't want to push you guys into anything. I just want to like identify today. Some of you guys are information seeking. Who's information seeking? Hand up real quick or let me know in the comments. Actually, let's do a poll then. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Information seeking. You need to go back to steps 1 and 2. You guys all remember steps 1 and 2. By the way, this is, if you got your phone or you got something here, I want you to snap a picture of these 10 because these 10 are going to be real pivotal. Now I'm going to make a big stink over these 10 because I really think that they matter. So let me give you guys, there it is. If you guys need to grab a screen capture or something like that, grab a screen capture of it real quick, okay? So if you're brand new, here's what I want you to do. You have to understand the fundamentals, and you have to do your roadmap. Guys, if you don't do a roadmap, you're going to get analysis paralysis about fundamentals. You feel me? Meaning you're going to study forever and you'll never do anything because you don't know where you need to go. So I know people that have watched like every Matt McKeever video since inception, like hundreds of videos, and still never done a deal. The reason for that is because they don't have a roadmap. So I want you to do the roadmap. I want you to understand, okay, where you need to go. Is that cool? All right, let me go back to my slides here. The second level of people here, number 2, wherever you guys are at, is going to be, let me go. Okay, you want to do deal number 1. How many of you guys are in number 2? Like, I'm ready to do deal number 1. I've studied enough. I know I want to do this. I have a general idea of what I want, but I need to do a deal. Let me just pull up the poll here real quick. I'm trying to get it. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay. So this is about, I have to do one deal. One deal is super important to me. I have to do it. Okay, cool. In that case, what we need is to create steps 2 to 5. More accountability, guys. We need accountability. We need activity. And most of you guys may be stuck in step 2, which is you have no roadmap. That's why you're not making offers. That's why you're not really like raising capital. That's why you're not moving forward with the deal. That's why you don't know if you should talk to a realtor, a flipper, or whoever else. It's because we don't have that roadmap. So that number 2 really gets people confused, okay? Number 3 is about, I've done one deal, Ben. I need to do more. So if you're 3, let me know here in the poll, okay? That's 4 to 10. 4 to 10 is about we need to make consistent offers. We need accountability. We need to actually build a process around what we're doing, okay? And then, I don't know why there's 10 steps here, Vin. There's only 4 on the thing. Level 4, oh, I see what you did. Oh, you did 1 through 10 that way. Got you. Number 4 is I want to build a real business. I've done a few deals. I know I want to be in real estate. I want to retire from my job. If you're at that level, then you need one-on-one mentorship. That is the fastest, most effective way for you to succeed, okay? Now, that's not most people here. Most people here need to get steps 1 and steps 2 out of the way. Steps 3 and 4 are next. Cool? All right. So here's what I want you guys to do for homework. I want you to go and watch the video on SMART goals, and I want you to create a SMART goal for where you want to be. All right? I want you to like identify, again, specific, measurable, attainable, right? We have to actually go through these different things. Now, you might think this is some hunky-dory thing like, well, Ben, I don't want to actually do homework because, you know, whatever. Well, if you don't do homework, you're not going to get an A+. So, you know, I think if it matters to you guys, you'll do the homework, right? If it doesn't matter, then we'll just won't do the homework. But I'm going to give you the most small little step. Number 2, I want you to create a personal roadmap for next lesson, next training. Cool? And that personal roadmap's got to identify the different strategies we're working with. Okay? Number 3, we need the daily KPIs. This is what I do with everybody who I work with one-on-one. What are the daily things? Are we making X amount of offers per day? Are we making X amount of calls per day? Who are we connecting with? Which activity are we spending our time doing? No different than working out to lose weight. You know exactly how often you need to work out, how to track the macros. The KPIs bring data into your life and remove drama. Cool? I want you to practice one skill. This could be negotiating with the seller. This could be negotiating with a buyer. This could be offer writing. But one basic core skill, because we have to start putting effort into the practice mode. Okay? And what I want you to do in terms of training is go back and watch. We've got a training, Discovering Your Why in SMART Goals and Cash Flow Tribe Premium, right? There's that training there. Okay? So that's what I want you guys to do. Who's willing to commit to completing these 5 things in the next week? Just curious. Vinny, drop a poll. Let me see if people are willing to commit to that. If they are, that's awesome. Okay? All right. Cool. Bring on the homework, Chantel. All right. Who wants help with this stuff? You guys want help with the homework? Here's what I'm going to do if you want help, guys. Real easy. I'm going to do a help session. We're going to go over in detail Friday at 6 p.m. We're going to do real-life examples of how to create the SMART goal. All right, so we're going to break this thing down into bite-sized chunks and do examples. We'll grab some of you guys and actually do yours on the spot if you need this. We're going to create the personal roadmap, do the identity. Okay. And there's a worksheet that goes with this as well so that you have a strategy. We're going to determine the KPIs to give you what the tasks you need to complete every day. All right. And then we're going to focus on one skill set. It's probably going to be the script discussion for how to talk to seller. How do we script this? How do we talk to people? How do we break this up? Okay. So this is what I've done. What we're going to do on Friday is I'm going to pull out, I got a SMART goal sheet to help you guys get the SMART goal dialed in. All right. Again, you can do the homework on your own or you can come and do it with us. It's totally up to you guys. Just do the damn homework. Cool. SMART goal sheet to help you write this stuff out. The roadmap's going to kind of give you the exact direction of, do I need to go active, passive, combination? Which strategy is the best strategy? We'll pull some examples. I've got a daily KPI tracker that I use. I'm going to be bringing that in here. That's another tool that I've got. And then I'm going to help you guys formulate the script for how to have the conversation with the seller or with the realtor. We'll be doing that. Again, this is Friday at 6. Here's what you need to do. You need a premium membership. That's it. So you guys can join up monthly if you want. It's $59. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff that comes with it. Or if you want to go ahead and grab the annual membership and commit for the year to your education and growth, that's awesome. Anybody who does that today, we're doing a $99 weekend, a very 4-hour intensive. That will be free for you guys that want to join us on that. And I did get this question the other day. It was, man, how does the website differ, like the premium versus the basic? So before I jump into Q&A, I'm going to spend 2 minutes. Vinny, let me grab that screen real quick here, bud. Okay. Let me do a quick screen share. And by the way, get your questions ready, guys. We're going to jump into Q&A in just a second, okay? Because I know there's quite a few questions on this here. So here we go. Calculators. All right. There you go. Should be able to see my screen. This is where the training is. So for those of you guys that need to go ahead and get the training, this is my account here, okay? Number one, if you get a premium membership today, make sure you send me a connection request. If you've never been on Cashflow Tribe website, this is the equivalent of Facebook, but not quite as glamorous, but has a ton of stuff. So if you're going through all of the courses only available to premium, right? So they're all here. The one you're looking for is going to be right here. Discovering your why and SMART goals. And I want you to watch this training. There's over 2,000 people enrolled in this one here, by the way. But I've broken this up here into a couple very specific categories, okay? So introduction. And you're basically going to go through, you're going to watch these modules. We're going to track your performance in the module, all right? And I want you to go through this here before Friday so if you have additional questions to understand this. Is that cool? All right. Once you've done that, you can feel free to browse the rest of the website until Friday, especially if you're brand new, because there's a lot of stuff in here. So let me kind of walk you through it real quick. Number one, we've got a news feed at the top end where you're going to be able to see all of your friends' comments, different realtors, investors, people that are connecting with you this week. We have a whole series of events. In fact, there's classes happening 5 days a week with Tribe. So if you want to get on, let's say after you meet with me on Friday at 6, if you want to connect with Matt at 7:30 on the tactical live class, that one will be going as well. There's a lot. We've got the most robust forums right now in Canada. So there's quite a bit here in terms of forums and conversations on a lot of real estate topics. One of my favorite things is actually the groups. So who's in the groups? There's actually 25 groups right now, guys. So I want you guys to go into the new Cashflow Tribe members group, drop a comment in there. And we've got groups from the fire community to private lending to women of tribe, all that stuff. Next week, as I come back and do a series of this stuff, we're going to get into different evaluations. So we're going to be getting into calculators. And we have there's a whole bunch of custom calculators that we've built out on the Cashflow Tribe website that you can use and save and share with people. All right. And then if you want to get really far ahead of me and some of you guys that are more advanced, you can go ahead and go to the deals page and start scrubbing through some of the private deals that we have available on the premium side. All right. Listings, out of listings, etc. But just to give you guys an indication, I'll be posting stuff on premium on a very regular basis here going forward. Okay, cool. All right, Vinny, bring it back up here. We're going to get into some Q&A. Vinny's dropped the link there, I'm pretty sure. All right, there's the link. Okay, Vinny, you got that link out there? Okay, so you guys can grab it. What's the difference between the monthly and annual? It's easy. Annual says, man, I'm really committed to my growth. And if I'm in a learning phase, I'm going to learn a lot. If I'm in doing my first deal phase, I'm going to get that deal. If I'm in a multiple, that one's going to give you the best bang for your buck for those of you guys that are value driven. If you guys want to do them monthly, you can do that. Cancel anytime. No problemo. Okay, cool. I'll leave that on the screen. We'll put like 10 minutes on the clock and we can jump into some Q&A for you guys. Is that cool? First of all, I mean, I don't mean to be arrogant, but I dropped a lot of nuggets here. You guys like this stuff? Should I do more of this? Just give me a little bit of feedback if you guys can. That'll be super helpful. Okay. And then let me know if you're jacked up and excited for the homework class, because I realized that a lot of people would get value from kind of getting some one-on-one homework. And where my goal is simple. It's like literally every week to push you one step higher. Just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. You feel me? And then I think what's going to happen is that you won't be as intimidated by this stuff. Right, guys? I hope I'm on the right track. If I'm wrong, if you're like, no, forget this guy. Just give me the answer. I'll go buy 30 houses. I'll give you that answer. But I just think most people won't actually do it. So I'd rather like go in small blocks. Okay, Trudy says yes. That says yes. Erica's saying yes. Anthony's yep. Love the enthusiasm. Thanks, buddy. Okay, appreciate it. By the way, if you're joining us tonight for the first time for premium, we do these live classes 5 times a week. So you'll see me on Sundays. You'll see Matt 2 times a week, Adam, everybody else. And if you're brand new, just signing up tonight, make sure as soon as you get into premium, send me a connection request. Say, hey, I'm in premium. Boom. And then everybody, I'm going to send you guys the book here. We've got the ebook. We'll drop it to you guys via email tomorrow for everybody who's sticking around to the end. All right, let's get into some Q&A. If you guys want to do that, we'll knock that out for a few minutes, and then we'll move on to section 2 here. Okay, cool. All right, so if you have a comment, just throw it here, and Vinny will help me kind of sort through these comments real quick. And if not, then I'll just show you more pictures of my dog. Speaking of which, hey. Nah, he ain't coming. All right. Let me see. Vinny, can you pop on for a second? Let me see. We got some comments. Oh, yeah. Tonight is actually Women of Tribe at 7:30. So if you're a lady and you're joining us for the first time and this looks good, my wife is way better at talking to you guys. And she's going live at 7:30. So if you join us tonight, come and hang out with her. Yeah. Faisal says, I came to joining you instead of, dude, why wouldn't you? That's awesome. I love it. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Jan says you're on the right track. I love it. Okay, cool. I'm going to butcher your name, so forgive me. But Yaya, okay, just had a meeting with my realtor yesterday. He's going to be helping me with the CMAs and potential properties. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Joe says, I have capital to flip and invest. I just need to know the ropes. Where do I start? Okay, so Joe, once you're a member, dude, you need to come to the classes. There's we're doing these weekend intensives. So if you haven't joined yet, Joe, you definitely need to be at the 4-hour intensive. So number one, you need to connect with the people who actually have deals and access to stuff. That's what Cashflow Tribe's beautiful thing is, the network of people, right? So over 2,000 people in Tribe right now. So find people in your town. Joe, we got to figure out your investment strategy, bud, right? So everybody has some money or some equity, but we got to figure out how many deals are you looking to flip? What kind of money do you want to make? What skills do you bring to the table? And what unique opportunities do you have to you, Joe, right? So we got to identify these things first to get a lay of the land. And then from there, we can make some moves and decide who are we talking to, etc. Okay? Alexander says, you've not said much about wholesaling. Is it legal? Great question. The reason why, Alexander, we talk about wholesaling every freaking day. We talk about wholesaling so much in Tribe. People think it's a wholesaling club. Am I right, you old timers? So, Alexander, legal is a very shitty word, dude. There's nothing illegal about wholesaling, but you would have to define wholesaling. So if you read my book, I break down every nuance of that question. If you come into the class that we do on wholesaling or come into the to the 4-hour, I can give you a lot more detail. The short answer is no. You don't need a license to buy and sell real estate. You don't require a license to assign your own contracts, which is the definition of wholesaling. You don't need a license, and it's nothing illegal or legal about you marketing for off-market deals. The word illegal is extremely misleading, and I'll tell you why. It's under the law REBA 2002 under the Brokers Act that defines trading in real estate as an extremely vague definition. So when investors ask their realtor, who are subject to REBA 2002, can I buy houses and sell them at wholesale on my own? You're pissing on their flowers, meaning you're buying deals without paying the piper. You're buying deals without paying a commission. Most agents don't understand wholesaling, nor do they want you to do it. I have wholesaled dozens and dozens and dozens of deals. In my first year in 2018, when I started wholesaling, we did $750,000 in fees. I have had multiple conversations with Rico, multiple conversations. I even had like an investigation with Rico. So the whole thing in life is this. Everything in investing, business, contract law, a lot of it comes down to intention and how you do things. So do not broker deals. Do not represent any other party. Understand the paperwork clauses because this is a contractual business, and only represent yourself and you will never have a problem. There's nothing illegal. Okay? So I can go into this for days, but Tribe has a lot of wholesalers. So that's the best place to get started. Okay, let me jump on some more. There's a lot of questions here, guys. Hope that helps, my brother. Okay, Alexander. Celts, does buying from a builder developer make sense? Celts, it depends on what your goals are, buddy. Let me tell you guys this. One of the reasons why I've done hundreds of deals is because I will never pay full price. I'm an immigrant. I will never pay full price. I want to capture equity on every transaction. So if I can capture equity, Celts, from a builder, I'm okay with that deal. If I'm not capturing equity and the sole reason I'm buying it is for some appreciation, that is an extremely risky bet. Hence every condo in Toronto, right? Who is like in pre-construction. It's throwing a dart at a board. So I don't buy from builders because it's one more middleman that has to take a profit. I try to avoid middlemen in a hot market. In a cold market, dude, it doesn't matter. I hope Celts is a guy. If it's a gal, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. But in a hot market like today, I'm removing middlemen as much as possible to get to the source of the deal because that's where I'm going to drive the most value. Okay? Luke, I want to get started in wholesaling. Dude, you need to be in Tribe. You need to connect with people like Mike Nowicki, Adam, and everybody else. Like, we're the largest wholesalers in Canada are in Tribe. So that's where all the action is happening. So excited to have you, Luke. Let's connect, dude. Send me a connection request once you get in there, dude. And let's plug you in with who's in your area. Maybe we can even do some deals together. Tom, how do you improve your negotiation skill? Tom, understanding what negotiation actually means. Understanding the realities of staying in agreement, understanding handling objections, and understanding micro commitments, number one. And then number two is practice. You can't practice what's wrong because that won't help you. So anybody who says just practice all day doesn't mean anything. I'll give you a violin and you can practice all day with no instructor. You're not going to get far. I mean, you may, but it's going to take you a long ass time. So I need you to get the construct and then practice. So that's what we're going to kind of touch on Friday. So if you're going to be there, we'll jump into that topic. I'll walk you through my script of how I talk to sellers. Cool? All right. Gentleman says, how about 30% under market value in Toronto condo? As soon as anybody says to me Toronto condo in this market, I'm already extremely skeptical. But if you can get 30% under market value, and I'd be curious to define 30%, if it's based on fair market value of a whole bunch of other condos that sold for more than they should have, then we're going to have a discrepancy in valuation there. But if you're buying it at true 70 cents on the dollar or less, then you've got 30% of potential equity. My second question back to you, gentlemen, is what are you doing with plan B? How are you using that 30% equity to mitigate your downside risk in the event that you're wrong or event that it goes against you? If you answer that question for me, you've got my support. Okay? Kishan, hey, Ben, I'm looking to get into wholesaling and trying to obtain as much information. I know building a power team is important, but as a new wholesaler, what sort of people, other comps, lawyers, etc., do I need to connect with? Kishan, the first thing you need to connect with is other wholesalers who have already answered that question. Don't reinvent the wheel, guys. Like literally, in 2018 when I started, there were no wholesalers. I trained a whole bunch of them. And then they just used each other as resources. So Kishan, the best thing is to go and connect with wholesalers and really focus on that. In terms of a power team, the realtor is valuable only if you find a deal. Let me say that again. The realtor is valuable only if you find a deal because everything else is trained. We have all the wholesale paperwork training is already in the Cashflow Tribe Premium portal. So here's what I would do, Kishan. I'd say come hang out with us for 10 hours, consume that, and then let's ask that question again, buddy, okay? And I think you're going to go ahead and get that combo, all right? Okay, for Friday, where do I need to register? Everybody who signs up today. Listen, Friday is a one-time only deal. This is not a recurring thing. Friday, I'm doing a one-time call for people who sign up today. So if you're thinking like there is an expiration, when I close this thing out, end of story. So whoever signs up today, I'm going to re-register the names. You'll get a separate email tomorrow with an invitation to a separate Zoom call on Friday, and there'll be a very small room of people there, maybe 5, I don't know, maybe 10. Very small. I'll be there. I'll bring a couple friends with me, and we're going to deep dive some of this stuff because somebody told me, hey, man, if only I got the right start, I would like make a commitment here. So I want to give you the perfect start. It's never been a better opportunity. It's never been cheaper than right now, especially with me giving you the other 4-hour, $4.99 training or $99 training that's coming up in a couple weeks. That thing is epic. We just did one of those on Sunday, and it was gorgeous. So if you haven't done a 4-hour with me, an intensive, do one. It'll level you up real quick. So it's never been a better value. You're going to get on with me on Friday. And then I'm going to plug you into all the other training. I'm going to direct everybody on Friday to where they need to go beyond Friday. So if you're coming this Friday, big props. This is the first time I'm doing this. Depending how it goes, I may or may not do it again because it's a big time commitment. Okay, cool. You have a successful private lending business. How can I join your team, or how can one join your team? Depends, Dimitar, on what your skill set is. What are you good at? What are you trying to do? I love lending. It's one of my core businesses. I guess it depends on more. We don't just bring people in. We don't, how do I say this? Like, we've built a really cool engine. So we're particular on who gets in. But what I would say is, let's understand what your skill set is. And can you do private lending deals even on your own? Because we have a whole host of people in Tribe that are doing private lending. By the way, if you have RSP money, Vinny, do a poll. Who's got RSP money? And who has homeowners equity? RSP, homeowners equity. If you have those two things, raise your hand, and I'm going to ask you a question once you do that. Steve, if I join and pay for a year, I might not be able to join the meeting. Will this? Yeah, dude, everything we have is a replay, Steve. So if you can't join the thing, I'm going to record it all. Okay, bud? And we're going to be sending it out to everybody. Plus, all of the live trainings that we do, the 5 days a week, literally 5 days a week, they're all in the on-demand portal. So if I go back to the site real quick, you can watch all of the on-demand training, which is really cool, and kind of learn as you want. So everything is kept back on the site because we know you can't make every training we do. And there's a lot of different trainings. There's a lot of courses. So what we do, pal, is we actually drop it back into our course curriculum. So even if you want to join, like we started Cashflow Tribe in November of last year, you can actually go back and watch all 16 previous lessons as well. So there's tons and tons of content in here, guys, for you to consume at your own pace. And depending on where you need to go, even this, which is kind of cool, make 100,000 a real estate course. So we're dropping courses here on a regular basis. So I guess if you're not in premium and you don't have an account, well, you're just missing out. I think that's the extent of it. But yeah, Steve, Trudy, could you please reissue us the 9 slides that you want us to have today? Could you please reshow us those 9 slides? Trudy, can you clarify? Or maybe Vinny, you can clarify. I don't know what Trudy's asking here. Alexander, what realistic capital is needed for me to start any aspect of real estate investing? Is no money down, just mere talking? Ooh, love this question. Okay, how do I explain this to you? And I don't want to sound a certain way. You either need intelligence, awareness, and a network, Alex, or you need money. I don't invest with my own money, dude, because I don't need to. There's so much money in Canada. So much dumb money, meaning I'm going to go to the poll. I'll tell you what I mean. Okay, 50% of you have RSPs. Out of those 50%, just think about this question. How many of you are making at least 10% a year secured? Probably very few. Out of those of you that have homeowners equity, how high are you leveraged in loan to value? Are you using 100% loan to value of your equity? I would assume most of you are probably leveraged only up to 80% LTV, and you don't even know how to get the other 20% out. Alex, there's so much money floating around in Canada. What money needs is confident operators, intelligent operators. So I can raise money all day, dude, because there's millions of people with equity, with RSP, and with cash, and they don't know how to deploy, especially right now. So you don't need money if you have intelligence, network, and you know how this game works. You need money if you don't learn this game. Does that make sense, pal? So a lot of people will go to their jobs, save 20% down, and buy a house. That is the industrial way of buying real estate. That is pre-2000 way of buying real estate, right? Whereas we buy deals all the time, raise money all the time. I haven't, like at 23, guys, they told me that I went to TD Bank and they said, you're self-employed, you're not getting a loan. They said, you don't have enough proof of income or whatever, you're not getting a loan. So at 23, I stopped going to the bank. I raised over $30 million of private equity in Canada that's accessible to everybody if you simply know where to look and where to ask. If it sounds too good to be true, then you have a limiting belief. That's simple. Proximity, my brother. Get around us, ask these questions, put a deal together, and you'll recognize there's so much money out there. All right, I'll take a few more questions, and then we'll roll out of here. Luke, welcome. Good to have you here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Trudy says your presentation slides. No, I'm not giving you my slides. Come on. Come on, Trudy. No, I'm not giving out slides. I'm going to save these slides, these 10 things. What I will do is I will go back to it if you want to take a screen share. That I can do for you. So, Vinny, if you can just pull up, I think I know what slide she wants. It's the one with the 10 things, right, Trudy? Grab a screen share of that slide, girl, if you can. But I'm going to be saving all these because this will be a new, I'm thinking of doing this more often. I don't know. We'll see how Friday goes for you guys, okay? Matt teaches on this stuff a lot. So part of the reason I'm not throwing out slides is because Matt is really intentional on this stuff, especially like the SMART goals. So I want you guys to go and participate and be a part of the group training. So it's really, really important. Okay, cool. Stephanie saying money magnet. Wow. Golden nuggets. Thank you so much. All right. Send me a message tonight for those of you guys that are just join me. Let me take 2 more questions. I'll go for 5 minutes. So if you haven't grabbed your premium, grab it now. Otherwise, we'll close up in 5 minutes and we'll call it a day. Cool. Awesome. 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 All right. Let me see. Anybody have that last question? We'll take it here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So there are different strategies that work best depending on the market cycle. Chantel, yes. Well, number one, depending on your individual goals. Anybody, Chantel, who's selling you a box, this is why I freaking hate real estate education. I know this sounds weird, but I hate this shit. I'll tell you why. Because people sell you a broken dream of nothing. If you simply do this strategy, you'll be rich. No, you won't. What I want you to do is this. Ben, I would like to, right now I'm working 9 to 5. I make $4,000 a month. I have $20,000 in RSPs. I may have $50,000 in my home equity. And my goal is to replace my income in the next 12 months. So I need to generate $4,000 per month in real estate so I can get to my goal and have the decision to quit my job should I decide to do that. Cool. Then I go, okay, Chantel, now that we know what your goal, your resources are, what strategies do we need to deploy in today's market to help you hit those goals effectively? So if the market is hot, if we can deploy an active strategy to start identifying real estate deals, to understand how we evaluate those deals, and then to start locking up offers, and you can capture $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20,000 of equity per offer that you're making because you know how to make offers the right way, well, then you'll be able to create an active income source that even if it makes $2,000 a month, we're halfway towards your goal. So I would suspect if that was let's say that was the number, it's going to be a combination of some active investing with some passive strategies deployed with it. It's probably not a one-trick pony. Okay. So it's hard to drop all of it in 2 minutes. But Chantel, the answer is, it's a custom crafted plan to you. Anybody else selling you like this is the best strategy, it's a crap. It's a crapshoot. Don't believe it because just because it's the best for them doesn't mean it's the best for you. Remember, one strategy, like every strategy works, guys. Every strategy works for somebody. Somebody has made money with every strategy. The question is this: is it the right strategy for you today based on your goals? You see how we're missing a big step, guys? We come to this thing and there's all these trainings and stuff like that, and we're just kind of wandering around in training land. And we're like, I don't know where to start. So we're watching training all day. We're consuming the Netflix of education here. And we know a lot about a lot, but we really haven't done anything. And I think, Chantel, it's not about what you don't know. It's about the clarity that you don't have. So, Chantel, if we can literally get clarity, then all the stuff that you're learning actually goes somewhere. It actually makes sense. Okay. So Friday, those of you guys that are coming, we'll be sending you an email tomorrow with the link. So watch out for your inbox tomorrow. You sign up today for Tribe. Tomorrow you'll get a link. And Friday it's going to be, I believe, Vinny, is it 6 o'clock? It's going to be 6 o'clock-ish, something like that. So we'll get you guys the thing. We'll record it, and we'll go from there. Yes, Vinny's saying correct. Okay. Ben, what do you eat for self-motivation? Gat and Sharma. Well, I work out every day. I focus on massive goals. And Gat, you know what I do for motivation? Clarity. I spend at least an hour or 2 hours a day either working out and thinking, or like I'm dreaming. So I'm actually like conceptualizing bigger opportunities. So I decided, like, look, I'll just show you guys. I'm in my hotel room, okay? I'm at the top of Sarasota on like the 20th floor. We've been traveling for the last 2 months. No shutdown will keep me down, okay? I live in faith, not fear. For me, I'm a Christian. I have my own belief system. So I'm always moving, guys. I am moving. And when I want to do something in life, I don't allow any negativity to hold me back. I create my own reality. So one of the big things for you guys is to create that reality. You feel me? Vinny, can you drop the training link? It looks like some people need it here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Joe, can I pay for one-on-one training? Joe, come on Friday, commit to that, and then we can talk about one-on-one training beyond that. Cool? All right, I baby steps for everybody. There is a time and a place for that, Joe. Short answer, yes. Other short answer, come Friday, and we'll talk. There we go. Okay, thank you, GOAT. I don't know if you're calling me a goat, but back home in Romania, that is the derogatory term. So it's not a positive thing, Mr. Sharma. I'm just messing with you. Gloria, you are visualizing every day. Yes, my friend Gloria, I am. And thank you for the beautiful messages you drop me every day. Okay, lastly, guys, I am on Instagram every day. Feel free at Ben Humble CEO. You guys send me a message. You want to follow. You want to connect. We are there hanging out. But what I'm doing is I'm spending a lot of time intentionally inside of Premium on the website. I'm creating forum posts. I'm answering questions, and I'm dialoguing. So if you want to get access to me, to Matt, to Adam, to all kinds of people here, to Allison, who's crushing the game, to Mark, to Alex, you need to get inside the platform, get inside Premium. Basic is our gift to you. Basic is like, just come and try some stuff out while you're in the information seeking phase. And we're able to create Basic as a gift. Premium is where it goes from I'm seeking information to I want clarity and potential to do my first deal, second deal, third deal. Cool? Yeah, Sharma, I'm just teasing you. I'm familiar with greatest of all time. That's awesome. Kelts, how do I get Premium? There's a link. It should still be there for you, Vinny. There it is. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, we're gonna let the stream roll for a second or so. But hey, appreciate everybody here. I'm gonna keep the time tight. We got to get back. A lot of shit to do today. Appreciate you guys for being here. Stay humble. Be blessed. Keep moving forward. Stay in faith. And we'll see you guys on Friday. And we'll see you guys inside of Premium. Have a fantastic day. See everybody. Cheers.